Hello and welcome to another edition of Real Estate Live. I'm Kathy Mae Martin and I'm your host today. We got a great show for you if you're thinking about buying and selling. We've got a couple that has just recently sold a home and bought a home, and we're going to navigate all those questions for you. Check out the screen. You'll see our email address and phone number. You can email us or call us and we're going to answer your questions live on the air. Stay tuned. Welcome back. I'm excited to have as our spotlight agent today, Miss Jamie Bullock. Jamie's been with us how long, Jamie?
6 years.
Yeah, she's loved by all. I get so many good references and calls on Jamie. Her customers loves her. We love her, and we're glad she's part of the team. She's got a house today that she's going to spotlight. So tell us a little bit about this house, Jamie.
It's located on Paint Rock Ferry Row. It's 732, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. It's been completely updated. Great location, great layout. Has a fenced-in backyard, nice storage shed. It's right next to the golf course. So any golfers out there, short commute.
Looks like a lot of new updates.
Yes.
New windows.
Yes, newer roof, newer AC unit.
I showed this house, Jamie, and one of the things that stood out to my people that looked at it, and they really loved it, they just weren't really ready to buy, was kind of the layout. Has a great layout. The floor plan flowed really well, and the location, and they were golfers, so they liked the idea that it backed up to the golf course and it had a great backyard.
And they're decently sized bedrooms as well.
They are. They really are. Yeah. And the kitchen was nicely updated. It's just a sweet house all the way around. Inside
And it does
out.
have that optional 4th room if they wanted to do an office or extra bedroom or whatever preferred.
Yeah. Nice house. What's
And-
the price?
$349,500.
Yeah. Great backyard. It's got the storage building. East of Kingston by Lakeside Golf Course.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Jamie. That's a great house. I know you're going to sell it and do these sellers a great job. I've got a little surprise for Jamie today. She didn't know I was going to do this, but Jamie closed a house yesterday, and I got this text late yesterday with a picture, and just couldn't say enough great things about Jamie. Now, Jamie, I got a question. What in the world is this picture?
Well, all of that wood had to be, that corner of that piece of wood had to be pulled off and painted and put back on to pass the VA inspection. So I was there to help my clients do all the repairs needed so they were able to purchase the home.
That was you on that roof, Jamie?
It was.
Oh, you're such a liability, but you do a great job. You do a great job. The lady said, Jamie has gone so above and beyond for us on the sale of our house and the purchase of the new house. It's unreal, the amount of work that she did when she didn't have to. None of this you have to. Helping fix issues for VA, cleaning houses, packing, helping move, and being available and knowledgeable for every question I had. She's an amazing realtor, but most importantly, an amazing person who truly cares about others. And nobody says it better than our customers, Jamie. That is all so true about you. You are amazing, and I'm so glad you're here. I got one more question. What's the favorite thing about this business that keeps you keeping on?
I just enjoy helping people.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's so true, and it's very obvious with your customers, and thank you again for all you do.
Well, thank you, Kathy.
All right. Thanks for being here. You can check out Jamie's information. It's there online if you're thinking about buying or selling. Jamie's email, phone number, she's available. She'll do a great job for you whether you're buying or selling. So stay tuned. Welcome back. As promised, I've got some real live buyers and sellers. They recently sold a home and just bought a home. This is real live real estate. It's not reality TV. Some of those real estate shows you see on TV, this is real live. So we're going to ask some questions. Please remember, if you have questions or comments, email or call in, and we're going to try to answer those live on the air. So I have Taylor and Dan Shepherd, and let's talk about the sale of your home first, Taylor. You had a house to sell.
I did. I did. I had a house to sell. I listed it with Tori Mae Wormsley. She works here at the office, and she was upfront about everything. She had, all the price details, what I could sell it for. She went around and looked at the homes in the area that we had that were for sale, and she kind of gave me a going in asking price whenever I had it listed. So that was real easy, and that was real nice.
Yes, so she helped you with the pricing. Did she give you some suggestions on things that might help you sell the house quicker?
Yeah, she gave me some ideas for some updates I could do that would, probably raise the price point a little bit.
Yeah, and I know it's always hard. I went through this myself, selling a house when you have 2 children and keeping the house ready to show. That was probably one of the hardest things that you have to go through and selling the house. But
Tori made it really easy, but because whenever somebody requested a showing or something like that, she got a message and she would call me and she would say, hey, so-and-so wants to look at the house at this time. Is it available? And that would give me enough time to be out of the house or, tidy up, do whatever I needed before we had people coming over to look at it.
So I know you sold in a tough market last year. You bought and sold last year, is that right? Recently, and things weren't just flying off the market like they did in COVID. So you did get an offer and you accepted the offer.
I did.
How long did it take you from list to sale to get the offer?
It was probably about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So it wasn't long. We had maybe 5 or 6 showings on it. And then we got that offer, and it was a cash offer. It was really hard to pass it up, so I accepted it. So
Great. So from that process, did they do an inspection?
they did. So since it was a cash offer, they did the inspection and closing all within 1 month. So they did the inspection, but they didn't have anything that needed to be repaired for them. So everything went well.
That's not always the case, but lucky you, good for you. So after the inspection, of course, they put it toward the title company. And so did Tori, she gave you kind of your expenses, what you would realize at the closing table?
Yeah, she gave me an estimate of what I needed to bring to closing, if anything, and then what I was going to be getting profit for selling the house because I owed a lot less than what I was asking for it. So we closed at Title I in Kingston, and Tori was there with me. She met me there. She stayed with me for the entire closing and was so helpful and awesome about it. I know she's my sister, but she'd do that for anybody.
Yes, she would. Yeah, that's what we do. Oh, here's a picture of Dan and Taylor at the closing table. Happy sellers and soon to be happy home buyers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good day.
Good job. Yeah. So let's flip the coin here and talk a little bit about the buying process. And so one of the first things that we always help buyers, and some buyers are much more ahead of us and are already pre-qualified. So is that something that you guys did on your own, or did Tori recommend loan officers to help you with that process?
She did. We we went and we were pre-qualified when we started looking for houses. We looked at one first, and we hadn't been pre-approved yet, but it turned out, that wasn't the house for us. So we figured out we were interested in looking at more, so we went through a loan officer that he knows, and we got pre-approved through them. So
And how long did that take, Dan?
I don't know.
the pre-approval, maybe
Yeah.
24 hours.
It was pretty fast.
Wow. Yeah, that
We
is.
wanted to get pre-approved so we knew what kind of price range we were looking at for the houses. That way we weren't looking at anything too far beyond reach, and we wanted to know our affordability
Yeah.
price. So,
Oh, absolutely.
but the
That's
pre-qualification went pretty fast, and we kind of honed in on what we needed. Again, Tori helped us find a house that we were looking for.
So, and you went a VA on this house?
We did VA loan, yes, ma'am.
So and I'm sure Tori helped you with this, when you're buying VA, houses have to qualify for a VA loan, is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah, and so Tori helped you kind of rule some out, rule some in, and
Correct.
that-
There's with the inspection process, the VA is pretty strict on a lot of things we learned, so had to make sure everything was, all the T's were crossed and I's were dotted along the line of inspections.
Yeah, it was good we told Tori that up front, like what the loan was going to be, because if we gave her some things up front that we wanted in a home, and she could rule out homes that, so for example, one home had a certain quality that our VA loan wouldn't allow us to have with that, so she went ahead and told
Yeah,
us
ruled
that,
it.
hey, I know you like it, but it's not going to go with
it's
your
not
loan.
going to qualify VA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that saves you guys time.
Oh, yeah.
And, sellers getting the house ready to show, and, they want pre-qualified buyers that can buy their home when they come through there. So that's all part of the process. So in looking, did you have a list of criteria that you talked with Tori about, or?
Definitely land, a
A long
wraparound porch,
list,
detached
yeah.
garage. Yeah, we were
Yeah,
looking for,
Dan was really big on, having some acreage, a few acres. He didn't want houses stacked on top of each other. We liked our privacy. What the open floor plan was another thing
the
that
open floor plan, the
Yeah.
log cabin look. This house that we bought had everything.
Wow.
in the columns.
Now, audience, don't get used to that, because a lot of times we get a long list of criteria and we're like, you're going to have to prioritize that because there is no perfect home. But sounds like you got everything that
Oh,
you
yeah.
were looking for.
yeah, every time I pull into the driveway, I'm just amazed that we get to live there.
Oh, yeah.
It's so nice.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
what we hope for as realtors, to
Yeah.
have our buyers and sellers have that kind of experience. So, how many homes did you actually look at before you decided on this one?
3 or 4.
3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we looked at 3 or 4, and one we looked at, I think it was a little outdated. It was smaller square footage. We have 4 kids, so well, we have 2 older ones but we have 2 little ones too, and we needed some room for them. And I think one just didn't fit that aspect. Another one had a backyard that wasn't ideal for the kiddos. So yeah,
So
there were
it's
some
able-
deal breakers there.
Yeah. And were you able to ride by some of them first and rule it out because of location, or
Oh,
maybe the
definitely.
houses were too close?
I think
those
we
type-
drove by every one of them. Once we saw it, before we let Tori know we were interested in it, we always took a dive by there real quick to see what it was like and the location, see if it was even worth the time looking at the house.
Yeah, and every time something would pop up in our price range, or something, that Tori thought we would like that had the features that we like, she would send us the MLS listing. And we got to get on there and look at it, and we would go drive by and we would, hey, yeah, we'd like to look at this, or no, we don't want to.
Yeah, that really helps rule a lot and saves a lot of time too. Now, with that process, were you guys also looking online at things and maybe set up on some of the sites to text you or email you when something came up?
Oh yeah, I zap it on Zillow and any kind of a realestate.com or any type of listings. The realtor Tori would send us some stuff, but
We would
always,
see things posted on your page too, or the company
social
page.
media?
Yeah, the social
Correct.
media aspect. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are all great resources to look for homes nowadays. And certainly your agent, because she's got the eye and she knows probably more by looking at some of the criteria and the pictures if that home's going to qualify VA or FHA, depending on what kind of loan you were doing. So, so once you found the home, and so you made an offer, and did Tori help you with comps, and how did you arrive at the offer that you wanted to present?
we just asked her what the offer would be. So basically, Tori did a lot for us. So I just I trusted her with everything, and I told her just what's a good offer. We checked around. I mean, the price, we got a lower offer than it was actually listed for, or we
Yeah.
offered lower.
Yeah.
And I think we paid closing costs.
Correct.
So it kind of, they felt like they got something, we felt like we got something. But
Yeah.
we asked Tori and she gave us an estimate. She's like, this is what I would go in at. So I trust her, and she knew what she was doing. So that's what we did.
Yeah. So they accepted your offer, and so with that process, you had a contingency on financing, which was VA financing, and so the house had to appraise for the amount that you offered was one of the contingencies. Did you do a home inspection contingency or anything?
We had a home inspection, and the VA really requires home inspections to be done. And there were a couple things we found that we had listed, gave to Tori. She gave it to the selling agent, and they had them fixed before we moved in.
Yeah.
So
They
yeah,
had them
definitely.
fixed that week. And Tori was very, vocal. She'd be like, hey, I sent this to him. And then a couple days later, hey, this is fixed. Just want to keep you guys in the loop. So that was nice.
So kept really close contact throughout the whole process and making sure. I think we got a picture of the house and maybe an inspector, that you there with your inspector. Do we have that,
Yeah.
Scott? There they are.
Yeah, that was him.
That's you talking with the inspector. How'd you find this inspector?
Tori?
Tori
Yeah.
gave you a list of qualified home inspectors that she's had good experience with in the past,
Correct.
and think they did you a good job.
Oh, yeah, they did a
Yes.
great job.
Yeah. How long were they there? Do you know?
About 2 hours.
Yeah, he was there. In the morning, he was there. He went around everything. I just let him walk around the house, asked a couple questions, very friendly, showed me a lot of things that I wasn't aware of, pointed things out, and then he really did a good inspection. It was there 2 to 3 hours in the morning.
Yeah, Tori actually came by too. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
And met with the inspector, and so, and then after that, did he give you a written report that you could look
Yes.
at and review?
Yes, he emailed it within a day.
Yeah.
By the end of the next day, we've had the report in there, had everything we needed for the mortgage lender, and turned everything in. So,
So, your agent and you guys kind of reviewed that home inspection together and picked out the things that you felt were
Correct.
most important or was going to cost you money in the near future.
Correct. There were quite a few things on the home inspection, but very minor little DIYs, do-it-yourselves. And so there were a couple electrical issues that we had the owner fix that, I'm not going to touch electric boxes.
Yeah.
So we went ahead and let them look at it, and they repaired it within a day. Had it done very quick, and no issues at all.
Yeah, well, that's great. So, once you went over the home inspection report, they put together a repair proposal, took that to the sellers, and said, would you be willing to fix these things
Yes.
prior to closing?
yeah.
And so that's how that worked out.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
great.
it was really easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
yeah.
easy.
That's
Yeah, too
that's our
easy.
job.
Oh, there's
I
Buddy and
think
Cooper.
all the agents here at Coldwell Banker, we try to simplify the process and make it easy. Oh, this is a great picture. Taylor, tell me what's going on in this picture.
So this was, I think, a week before we closed on the house. We took the boys by, and our oldest daughter, Caitlin, just to show them the house and where we were going to be living. And the boys were so excited when they got out of the car, and this is them running up to the house.
Wow. And they loved it. They loved the house. So that's a picture of the house. This must be your dining room.
Yeah,
A
that's the
picture of
look out the back. It's all wooded. It's so nice and peaceful.
Yeah. Oh, there's Dan. What you got in your hand there, Dan?
Appears to be one of Taylor's chickens there.
Oh, okay. So,
We've become chicken farmers after there.
oh my gosh, and there's the extended family.
Yep, that's our first Christmas in the house, and that's our pups. That's Honey on the right, and then that's Barley on the left.
Oh. And
They
got-
love the new house too. Yep.
Oh my gosh, you guys just settled right in. Everybody's having a good time.
That was one of my requirements for the house. I wanted a place where the boys could play and ride their bikes safely, and so that was a picture. We got Cooper his first tricycle, and Dan put it together, and we were all outside. We roasted s'mores, and we all just enjoyed the fall weather. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Looks like you're having a great time. You got the detached garage or
Yeah.
workshop there, room for all your toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got
Lots.
a boat in there.
Oh.
Lots
okay.
of leaves.
Yeah,
as
lots
well.
of leaves.
Learned
That's
that.
part of home ownership.
Yeah.
It's maintenance, so, but yeah, it's a beautiful home, and I know you guys are very proud of it. And there's those two boys again, enjoying their new home. That's a
Yeah.
big part of it. So, I know you guys, once you got there, you decided you wanted to kind of raise chickens. Is that right?
yeah.
How's that going?
It's going really well. So we have 6 chickens now. We have 5 hens and 1 rooster. His name's Earl. He's the bomb. We got our first 2 eggs today. So
Oh,
yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah, that was another requirement. We wanted a place where Taylor could have some chickens.
Yeah.
And we didn't have an HOA that
Yeah, that's
said
right.
we couldn't have it. or
That's something, if that was on your criteria list and you
Correct.
told Tori
Mm-hmm.
she needed to make sure that, that there was no HA or no restrictions against poultry or livestock.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to have a horse, I know you guys talked about maybe some goats in the future.
Yeah.
So,
They're coming.
yeah, we got to make sure if those future plans will work with the house. So, yeah, good job on that. So, once you got through the home inspection, do you know about how long it was? How long did the whole process take from the time you got your offer accepted till you went to the closing table?
I think close to a month. I know we waited.
maybe
it was
a month and a half.
Yeah, it went fairly faster. I know Tori got it knocked down closer than we originally planned for. So we shaved about a week off. So it
Wow.
went fairly fast. I was surprised how fast it went through, considering that it was VA. I've had VA loans in the past, and they kind of take a long time, and any closing was long. So I was very surprised and shocked how fast this closing process went through on this time.
And there again, being on the other side of the table, you knew ahead of time what your closing costs were going to be, what amount of money, if you had to bring any money to table. You knew all that ahead of time, and no surprises.
No, Title I was really good about sending us the paperwork in an email. I mean, with all the amounts, the things that we needed to bring, our IDs, things like that. And then
I know they called me like a couple weeks before and went through every line item just to explain every line
Yeah, they were
item,
really
what
great.
it was and what it was for and so forth. So they were very helpful.
Yeah, it's so important to have all that knowledge ahead of time
Yes.
so that there's no surprises in the end. So the day, did you do a final walkthrough the day of or the day before
I think it was the
closing?
day before
Day
closing. We
before.
did a final walkthrough.
in the evening, yep.
we must have drove by the house 20 times before
Yeah.
closing just to see it again.
Make sure it's still there.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the day before closing, we went there and did the final walkthrough just to see for our own eyes, if everything that we had listed on the inspection was indeed fixed and everything, and it was. And we just did a final walkthrough, and it was fairly quick. Then the next morning was closing. So
Yeah. How exciting.
yes,
What's your favorite thing about the house?
My chickens.
I'd say the privacy, the country setting,
Yeah.
not living in the city, no traffic. It's very nice.
Yeah,
and
not
wide out
hearing
there.
any traffic,
Yes.
so, yeah, that's great. So was this house, when you put your sites out there and I know I get buyers in a lot of time and they're in their 30s and they're like, this is my forever home, I'm never moving again. And, that's not usually the case. I think most people on the average live in their house about 5 years. Was this a 5-year, 10-year plan? What, did you have any of those thoughts in mind before you
No,
went?
I'm hoping
He
I
said
don't.
he's not moving
I'm
again.
not moving again. This is it for me. So
Yeah.
Well, if you start getting more goats and more chickens, you might need more land, so.
right,
Yeah.
we can buy more land. We'll just settle in this house. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you had to give advice to buyers that were thinking about buying a home, what advice would you give them?
Find the right realtor for
Yeah.
sure. That made all the difference for us, I think.
Yeah, knowing what you really want beforehand, it's not going to waste your time or the realtor's time or anybody's time. There's plenty of times where you're going to get houses where it's like, why is the realtor even showing? This was not the case here. I mean, everything Tori showed us was everything we wanted, and we looked at every one of these homes. I just want to just pass on that. Make sure it is what you want. The land, the layout, everything you got. Make sure the inspections are thorough. Know what the inspections are. Know the difference between septic and city water. This was our first septic tank, so I've learned a
okay.
lot about septic tanks living there. But just make sure you're aware of what the HVAC units are. Just really look at the age of the roof. I mean, just look at the different things that you can learn from the inspection process itself. It was very helpful having the inspector there and just walking me through everything. I learned a lot about that house I would have never really known about, and learned a couple tips on how to try to improve them while I was living there as well. So just always, you can learn a lot from the inspection. Pay attention to that inspection report.
Absolutely. Inspections are worth the money
Definitely.
for sure.
You learn the age of a lot of things, so you can plan on when you need a new roof, new HVAC system, and so forth.
That's so important for buyers because home ownership, there's always maintenance and future cost involved. And I think when you're buying a house, it's very important to know, okay, this is going to cost me money in the near future, or in 5 years or 10 years down the road, I'm going to be replacing a roof. So yeah, the inspection helped out with that a lot. So anything else you guys want to add today? We're running out of time. But congratulations.
Thanks for
on
having
your-
us.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for working through Coldwell Banker for selling and buying your home. And just thank you for being here. And if
Thank
we
you.
can help you in the future.
Thank you guys for all you did for us. It's been probably one of the happiest years that I've ever had. I don't know about Dan, and a lot of it has to do with our new house and
Yeah.
where we get to live.
Finding the
together.
right place.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Yes.
And y'all made that so easy. So
Well,
thank you.
Congratulations again, and thank you for being here. You can check us out on our email address or message us on Facebook, and follow us or subscribe on Facebook or YouTube. We're here every Thursday night, prime time, 7 o'clock live for Real Estate Live. And let's give credits to Wilk Productions and all the great things that he does in preparation to get this show on the air and doing this for us. So thank you, Scott Wilk, for that. And we'll see you next week, same time, for Real Estate Live.